I'm Hilary.
I'm Christina.
And we're the two Pilates Chicks, and we're here in Houston at WAP. And today is episode 5 of season
Crazy.
1. I know.
I can't believe it.
And she is like going to give birth.
So 35 weeks.
35 weeks.
Episode 5.
Yes.
So getting close. It's exciting.
close.
Yeah.
Yes.
And I'm ready. So ready.
So hopefully we'll have our holiday episode before baby.
Yeah.
We hope.
Yeah. If I can make it.
If you can make it.
Yeah.
Yeah. But today we are doing an episode on clients. How to get the client.
Keep the client.
And show the client the love.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Show them the love.
Show
so
them
that's
the love.
super important for keeping the clients. Yeah.
Yes. So there's a lot of, when you first start out, how to get clients. There's a lot as you go through your career and things change, how to keep, maintain. So we'll kind of just a little tick mark through all of them. So this is good for new teachers.
Yeah.
For people that are going through teacher training, potential teachers, and those that have been teaching a
and
long
people that
time.
have been teaching for a long time, because sometimes, you know, you start to lose that connection. I know. It's like, how do I do my legs?
Like, we're all we're usually in the big comfy chairs, and I think we don't know what to do with ourselves.
Like, hi.
So we're gonna be fidgety.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Sorry.
But yeah, like, yeah, even as an established teacher, you know, how do you get new clients if you need more clients? How do you attract people and keep your clients engaged and interested and challenged?
Especially over a long haul.
Yeah, I mean, there's people that do Pilates for 8-10 years. Why do those people stay with those teachers? That's the question. What
That's the
are
key.
they doing?
That's the key for what you need to do. Well, in our opinion. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean,
That's
you're
our
running a
opinion.
business, right?
Yeah.
So you need to keep those clients. You need to keep those people. You need to keep them happy.
Happy.
Yeah. Happy, engaged, challenged. So how do you do that?
So let's start at the beginning for a new teacher when you're starting out. So you finished your teacher training, you've got no clients, maybe some of your guinea pig little clients, people, friends and family stuck, but maybe not. So how do you get clients? How do you find them? How do you make that first connection with them? And if you're lucky, maybe you're at a studio and they find them for you, they help you, and we've talked about this multiple times here at the studio, is you need to market yourself.
Yeah.
You need to get out there and let people know, hey, I do Pilates.
Yeah.
Come see me.
So most people don't, you know, have the luxury of just getting clients
Handed on a silver platter.
Yeah, and there's a few like franchise studios that do the advertising for you, or they're
Do all
like
the
nationwide.
marketing.
They do all the marketing, but that's rare. You know,
That is
a
rare.
lot of times that responsibility falls on the teacher, and it's our jobs to market ourselves. And we as teachers have to be confident. We have to put ourselves out there. And
That can be scary, but you're right, you have to sound confident, like, hey, this is what I do, and I'm good. You need to come see me.
Yeah, come see me,
I can
come
help
take a
you.
class.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And even my friend Kimberly, shout out to Kimberly, she's in a fitness center and she runs their program, but even, you know, there in a fitness center, they do a little bit of marketing and stuff, but really not a lot, you know, for the Pilates. It's more about, you know, the classes and that kind of stuff. So she still has to kind of get her face out there too. So no matter where you are, I think it's important.
Yeah. And so there's several different ways of marketing yourself. And there's, right now, it's huge, is through social media.
Yeah.
I think that's one of the biggest areas where you can be seen.
Get your face out there, get people to go, oh, okay, I didn't know that.
And I kind of talked about this in one of our teacher training.
It was that retreat thing we did.
Where, you know, in marketing, you have to push your brand. And the teacher, that's your brand, that's you. You have to push, and people have to see you several times before they take action.
Yeah.
So you
Not
have
just
to
one
be
time.
constantly posting. Yeah, you can't just put one Pilates post up and then be like, where are my clients? No, you have to be constantly posting, constantly doing it, constantly asking people to come.
It's like a second job.
It's a whole it's a whole lot of work.
Her eyes just like glazed over, like, oh my God,
Yeah.
yes it is.
Yeah, because I'm pregnant, and then I was, trying to do posts, and it's hard pregnant with the baby. It's a lot of work, so
It is a lot of work.
I'm slowing down a little right now.
Breathe.
But when I get back, that's the first thing I have to do is start posting, start
Hit the
getting
ground
people
running.
interested. Yeah. And then also going to local businesses, taking flyers, like little postcards, your business cards, and then word of mouth, asking for referrals, asking your current clients to talk about you.
Yeah.
They are your best advertisement.
They're the best, and referrals are really the clients that are gonna stick with you because they are going based off a friend or someone they trust. They've probably asked questions. So those are the ones that are really gonna be your kind of meat and potatoes client instead of like just a drive-by or Google.
Yeah.
Those can kind of be not as...
hit or miss.
Yeah, hit or miss.
So yeah, ask for referrals. And I know it's awkward and it's weird to say like, Hilary, can you please talk about me? Tell people about me. It's like a weird thing to do, but
Especially if you don't like to talk about you.
yeah. But they're your clients. They're coming to you. They've been consistent. They
trust
like you. They trust you. And so they already have that connection.
Yeah.
And you're not going to scare them away. So
And if they don't want to refer you, they're just not going to. So
Yeah.
I have a client that she doesn't want to because she doesn't want all my spots to be.
She's scared you're gonna
She's
get too popular?
You're going to get too busy and then I'm not going to be able to get it.
well, that can happen too.
I'm like, okay.
That's a good problem to have.
It's a good problem to have.
Yeah.
So once you have those clients, how do you maintain them and how do you keep them coming? Because it's kind of, you've had that first date, you've shown them, but then it's like, you got to keep them. And I think we'll kind of go through, I have my kind of list of do's I do, and you probably have your own list of do's you do. Do's you do.
Do's you
Do's
do.
you do.
Do you do.
You do you do. So, oh my God, we're already punchy. So,
Right.
one thing I'm very, very cognizant,
Cognizant?
oh
Yeah.
my gosh, aware of, I'll go with aware of, is when that person comes to you for Pilates, they're coming for a reason. They're coming with something, either a pain or they want something better or they want to be stronger, whatever it is. So I always let them know throughout the work that we're going down that path that they originally came for. And then each year they sit down with me and we go over it again, saying, when you came, this was your goal, and look what we have accomplished, and this is what do you want for the new year? So we have another goal and focus that we go.
Yep.
I also text my clients every day.
Every single day.
Have I been drinking? I don't know. Maybe. Oh my gosh. So I text them every day and I'm like, leave me alone. So I text my clients the day before, the morning. They know their phone pings about 7:30 that it's me.
Ready to,
Checking in and just saying, hey, how you feeling? You ready for Pilates tomorrow? If they owe money, I kind of throw that in there.
Don't forget to pay.
Don't forget to pay. And then they realize, oh wow, she's thinking about me. She's already preparing for me tomorrow. And they contact back, I feel great, or oh, I really slept bad, or whatever. Also,
Yeah.
it gives them that out under 24 hours if
Yeah.
they want out. And then if they text back, I'm great, and then they cancel, I'm like, sorry.
Then they know the policy and then they get charged.
Yeah.
So yeah, those 2 points were 2 that I have as well.
Yeah.
Is goal setting, specifically, pointing out your goal throughout the workout, and then checking in with them to see if their goals have changed, and definitely doing at least once a year. What is your goal for the year? And then maybe they have shorter term goals as well.
Yeah.
So
And you have your own goals, but you keep
Yeah.
those inside.
Yeah. Yeah, and you don't want to overwhelm them because you might have mini goals for them to be able to get to their goal.
Yeah.
So, and then also what I think is huge is showing them their progress. Like
Yes.
saying, oh my gosh, you can do horseback and you couldn't do horseback before.
Look at the reach of your legs.
Doesn't this feel different? Look at your legs, look at your lift, look
Yeah.
at, and that
They
makes
love
them
that.
feel so good.
Yeah.
So,
And it's important because they don't see it. Because
yeah, and they don't remember because they
No.
come and they don't know the exercise names right away. They don't remember if their first session they did rolling like a ball or rocker with open legs. Like, they don't remember what they do. And so pointing it out and saying, you couldn't do this before, look what you're doing right now, is huge. And people get emotional.
They
with
do.
it.
I had it the other day.
Yeah.
A client, Benjamin, who I got from another teacher, and they had been working on pull-ups on the Wunda chair. And we'd done all this work, and I decided to take him over there, and the pedal came up. And he seriously, I thought he... And
they turned around, they're like, did you see that?
He said, oh my God. And he made me promise to tell his previous teacher, Astrid.
Cute.
And she got emotional.
Yeah.
She's like, oh my God, we were... Yeah, so, but it took him it wasn't like 3 sessions. It's, he had to get those skills, and then he realized, oh my gosh, I have...
And then it comes together.
Yeah.
And either they realize it, or sometimes they don't, and you point it out, and then it's just this beautiful thing that happens. I know. So pointing that out is really important. Reminding them of their goals is really important. And reminding them that you are aware of their goals and that you're working towards their goals.
That's so important.
And then not only that, like, also making a connection with the people. So what Hilary said is she texts them the morning before. So connection is huge. Communication is huge. Telling people you care. Telling people that, you're worried about their back. Or ask if they're feeling better if they were sick. Little things like that.
Yeah, like if they canceled because they were sick, don't wait till they walk in the door the next
week.
Yeah, it's like I give them a couple. I'm like, hey, how are you doing? And I had
just thinking about you.
Yeah, it's like, and they're like, oh, thank you so much. Or we had all this flooding again. And and I checked in with my clients. I said, hey, did you do okay? How was it? Did you make it home? A lot of them work downtown. And they were like, oh, thank you so much. And one was stuck one was stuck on 45 for 6 hours. Oh I mean, but you...
Yeah, checking in with them and really caring. So caring about your people is important.
Yeah.
And that's going to...
And making them not feel like they're just... money in your pocket.
Yeah.
That they're not just some random person that could be anyone, like this factory line of people coming in.
Come in and do your Pilates and then go.
Okay,
bye.
now I'm not going to think about you till next week.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not good. Yeah. And homework.
Oh yeah.
Homework is really good because then you're showing again that you're thinking of them. You're giving them stuff to do to improve and get better, and that's
and it's like I'm helping you get stronger and get better without they're not paying for homework.
No.
This is like a freebie that you're giving them, and it's easy for you to say do this, do this, do this, and it means a lot to them.
Yeah.
Something that they can do on their own that they don't have to pay. Pilates can be expensive. So
and maybe they can't come in more than once a week. I mean, just financially it doesn't work, and maybe the classes don't work for them because they need that one-on-one or whatever it is.
Yeah, homework is a good one.
I love
think
homework.
about that one.
And I have clients, they don't lie about it either. I'll say, did you do your homework? No.
Really?
No. So the other thing I think is really important, especially as a new teacher, is boundaries with clients. And I'm not talking about, no, don't do this. But boundaries of, professionalism, boundaries of your policies, because if you don't have those right from the get-go, it's really hard to get it back. And
and there's a fine line between, showing the love, checking in, texting, showing you care, and then going a little too far, and then they can take advantage, or they feel uncomfortable, or you feel uncomfortable, and it's just
because it still is your job, and I think sometimes some clients might not think of it as a job. They think, oh, she just gets to do Pilates all day, but it's a job. We have bills to pay and kids and whatever, so it's a job. We're here. We have you in our book. So it's a job, and they need to understand that too.
Yeah, and there's times when you need to take a vacation, or you need to take a break, or you have a dentist appointment or a doctor's appointment, and you need to, think of yourself and have those boundaries and say, I can't this day because of this, and If
You
not,
don't even need to say why.
yeah, you don't even
You
need to say why.
say
Just,
why.
I can't make it today.
I'm sorry, I don't have that time available.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's an easy one.
Sorry.
Yeah.
But
Can't come.
yeah,
Can't do it.
but you've got to take care of you, just like you're taking care of the client.
Yeah,
You
because they'll be a
can't
better
burn out.
teacher, you'll be happier, you won't burn out, and then you can provide better service to your current clients.
Yeah, and so that applies with cancellation policies, whatever they are, wherever you are. My clients know right off the bat it's the 24-hour, yours too, and emergencies happen, like the flood. That was an emergency.
Yeah, and there's sometimes when you have to be flexible too, right?
Yeah. Like I give mine a freebie once a year. Most of them never take it.
Yeah.
But, I forgot a meeting at work is not an emergency.
Yeah.
I forgot I had a doctor appointment. Not an emergency. No.
Yeah.
I'm sure
So
you
being
have an
strict.
emergency.
Yeah. Yeah, use your calendar.
Use your
and
calendar.
set reminders. So being flexible, not too flexible, because then you don't want to blur the lines, right? So
Yeah. And another, on the opposite side of the boundaries, and we've had this discussion, is that when you're in the session with that client and those boundaries of being professional yet friendly, but not getting into that chatting about what happened the night before, or all of a sudden you're having a coffee date with a friend who's on the reformer.
just doing the same exercise and you're just talking.
And they're talking.
Yeah.
Way back when I first started teaching, there was no social media and there was no, there weren't even cell phones. And we had beepers.
Don't say. Don't talk about that.
Like pagers. Oh, pager, no. So, yes, don't talk about that.
No, we're
So my clients really didn't know much about me. They knew I was married. And that was pretty much it. And they didn't, so there wasn't a lot of personal me giving. They would always give, I had a whatever this weekend,
This
blah, blah,
happened,
blah.
and-
And I'd be like, that's great, let's go. But now with social media, that's a lot harder because they can see pictures of you and your
And
family.
they can ask about you. Oh, I saw you
I
were
saw,
just here.
yeah.
What happened? Yeah.
How was your vacation? You look like you had some. Yeah, and so you've got to like not fall into that trap. Be friendly, but just go. Oh, it was great. We'll talk later. You had a great example.
Yeah, so that happens to me a lot. I teach a lot of my friends, and yes, I love talking. Yes, they want to talk and work out, but it's hard. It's really hard to do both, right? So you have to be careful with how much you
Contribute.
how much you let them talk and how much you respond. Because if you're constantly responding, then you're just having this whole conversation the whole time. So I'm pretty good at just being like, okay. Oh, that's interesting. Okay, 2 more of that, and then we're gonna switch. And then you just kind of keep it flowing. So I'm not being rude. I am listening. I do care. And then maybe after the session, I say, hey, so tell me
talk.
more about, what happened with your dog. Is your dog okay or something? But I don't want to get into these details during our session because it takes away from their workout. And then, as a teacher too, you lose count of things. They end up doing 50 repetitions, and you don't know
they're
what
not
they're doing.
focused on what they're doing.
Yeah.
And the other thing that happens, and I've seen it happen, is when you fall into that trap and then those lines get blurred. Like you go to coffee with them, well, they're friends of hers, so that's different. but your normal client who you weren't friends before, if you go to coffee with them or dinner or this or that, those lines really get blurred, and eventually that client's gonna go away. Because all of a sudden now you're just friends and it's fun to see you and work out and it's fun to talk, but then
Yeah, and maybe
I don't
your
want to pay
workout
for it
isn't.
anymore.
Yeah, your workout isn't as good because you're just talking.
You're just
so why am I
talking.
paying for Pilates when I'm just talking to my friend? I'll just go to dinner with
I'll
them.
just go to dinner. So I have a lot of clients, well, not a lot of clients, but I have a few clients that I would love to like go have coffee and dinner, and I think, oh, they'd be so fun, but I don't cross that line because it's just not a good idea because then it's blurred, it's gone. Yeah, so don't do it.
No,
Just that's our advice, yeah. And then what to expect from clients.
Okay.
Meaning in their in their work, in their sessions, because I think, and this came up on a forum, it's a Contemporary Pilates Haven. Are you on that? On Facebook?
No.
Oh,
wait, maybe I am on that one.
Yeah,
I am.
It's a good one. Yeah, go check it out if you haven't. Shout out to Susan Summers. So it was about, well, now I've lost my train of thought.
What were we talking about?
Okay, now I remember. I had to look at my notes. So it was, someone had written about what to expect from clients in terms of like, how do you know if they're actually like progressing, and how do you keep them progressing, and blah, 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 blah. And it was basically, you know, are we as teachers expecting too much and putting that on the client? And I feel like as teachers, going back to what you just said about, was that your phone? Or is it,
Sorry, no, that was totally my phone. I thought I silenced it, but I didn't. Good thing I had this decline.
So it's kind of like what you said about showing them what they've progressed with, is that same thing of maybe thinking, I always use, we'll use like elephant or something. You think, oh, it's not as rounded. They need to be rounded.
Yeah,
here.
like what's a perfect shape, and they have to get into it.
You need to, and just kind of letting them find their way.
Yeah.
And whatever that is for them. It also becomes a more positive experience for the client.
Yeah. Yeah, so not having expectations of how something is supposed to look, because every body is different. And my body can do something that Hilary's can, and her body can do something that mine can, and can look a certain way.
Our teasers are different.
Yeah. And, you know, you can't have those expectations of your clients.
And put it on them.
Because that's super frustrating. And yes, there are some gorgeous, you know, Pilates exercises, and these amazing Pilates teachers on Instagram that you can watch, which I'm obsessed with, and I fall into that trap too. And I'm like, why is this so beautiful? Like when I do it, I'm like, you know? And yeah, not have those expectations of yourself either.
Just, yeah, for sure.
You know, everyone's different, and so.
There's so much pressure out there. And what's funny is your clients see it too. Because your clients will say things like, well, on Instagram I saw this one in the teaser, and
she did it
and
like
I don't
this.
look like that. And it's like, well, you're not them.
Yeah, you're not them, and you're not going to look like that. And she was a ballerina maybe for 15 years of her life.
And that probably was not her first picture she took.
Yeah.
Can guarantee it's like, it's not,
Yeah, she's a dancer for 15 years before, and
legs for miles.
Yeah, so just like throw expectations out the windows and work with the person in front of you, you know, and if that's their range of motion, that's their range, and you work from there, and you know, you will see improvements, and that's huge. Even the little things, you know, when you see your client really pull their shoulders back on their own, it's like, oh, you're getting it. And little things,
and it's also it's inspiring for them, and it makes them so proud of themselves, for them to figure it out, for them to realize, oh wow, I really feel like I'm taller here. I really feel like I know where I am in space. That's huge for them.
Yeah.
Those are those emotional moments.
I know.
and then I think the last thing, but it kind of brings it all together, is that feedback for the client. You know, just within, and we talked about being positive with them, is that throughout the work, sharing with them, and not just do this, do that, do this, do that, let's go.
Yeah, being positive, encouraging them, telling them that they're doing great, reminding them where they started, where they came from,
where they're going,
and where they're going. Because this is a journey, right? This whole practice is a journey. You're constantly growing. You're constantly changing.
Oh my gosh,
we're on a roll today. High five! It's like 4 times. So funny. So yeah, so just reminding them of that. And
I think that's probably the key of how you keep a client, is that they see that. They see where they have come, where they are, and where they're going.
And you're guiding them through it, right? So you're here to guide them. You're not here to push them into something or force them into something. You know, it's their decision, it's their journey. And we as teachers, are here to teach them and to guide them. And so that's what makes it so fun. you get to see them go through this,
Yeah.
and it's so exciting.
And I think to wrap it all up, it's going through that journey with them, and there's this fear sometimes, I think, for teachers of, and we talked about this at that weekend too, is of the client getting bored. And I've not seen that in all my years of teaching, and I've seen the teacher get bored, but it's really, because you're seeing client after client after client, but for the client in their body, they're not going to get bored. So there's no fear of, I've got to keep, figuring this out and do this and have them hang from here and do this and do that, because even the little simple things are key.
Yeah.
And that's going to get them where they want to go, to where they're outside in the world realizing, wow, the work that I do with Christina, look what I can do out here in the real world because of that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
And that's what you want. And that's going to keep them coming.
Yeah. And they won't be bored.
They will not be bored unless you're bored. And then they're going to pick up on that.
You're just there like teaching.
Whatever.
Yeah. If you're passionate about it and you're guiding them, they're going to be excited,
Yeah, because
they're
they're
gonna be
picking
in
up
it.
on your energy too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we got
That's
it all
it. I
done.
think we did.
Yeah.
Look, you had a little cheat sheet and
Yeah.
everything.
Check, check, check,
check,
check,
check, check, check.
So now go out there, go get your clients,
Yes,
and keep them engaged.
we did it again. And yeah, but check out. What was I gonna say? Oh gosh, I don't know.
You have some blogs, maybe your blog?
I do have some blogs on clients and issues, so you can check those out at hilaryopeim.com. But if you're struggling, please feel free to reach out. I have like a lovely tips for teachers that I have that I'm happy to send you that kind of go through things.
Yeah.
And take what you want and throw the rest away.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then hopefully we'll have
Episode 6 coming up.
which will be our holiday.
Yeah, our holiday episode. So we'll hopefully get that out before Thanksgiving and Christmas.
Yeah,
just
end
to-
of October. Wait, no, this is
Yeah, and yeah, like in November.
In
We should be
November.
posting
Beginning
that
of
one in
November. Yeah.
yeah, because this one's October. This is
It's
October.
not really October yet, but yeah, this
Yeah.
is for October.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
So November, that way you'll have like your holiday, something for the holidays.
Yes.
And I think maybe Hilary can do some exercises.
Ooh, I'll work out.
For
and
us.
she'll just sit in the
I
chair
will just stand here and rub my belly, but you can work out.
sipping on her tea or whatever.
Yeah, like the tea to make you go into labor. What's it called? Like raspberry tea.
Is
or
it?
something?
I don't know. Oh my god, we talked about food again.
Oh yeah, with my tea. Oh,
Okay, well,
thank
go
y'all for
enjoy.
watching.
Enjoy
and
your
listening.
clients.